Hello everybody, Amen here, and today we're doing the ARK podcast, and I'm joined by...
Jacob the motherfucking G, or Jacon Bacon, or you could just call me Fearsome Fighter. So yeah, welcome guys.
Yes. And for some reason I am wearing an eye patch.
Nice.
But yeah, So, what's up, Fearsome Fighter, Jake and Bacon?
So this is actually interesting here.
Yeah?
I have not talked to you in a little bit. It's
Yeah.
been like a minute, huh?
It's been
Quite some time.
Yeah.
I think the last time I talked to you was like last year or something like that. It's been
Yeah, I
kind
think
of
so.
crazy. A lot of shit's happening. Apparently my voice got deeper. I don't know.
Your
Maybe.
voice did get
I
deeper.
don't know, but the people, I don't know who watches your videos, or if you know any of them, if they know me.
A few
I'm
might.
the OG fuckery boy. But no, I'm not a fuck boy. I said fuckery boy. Get that right. Well, okay, here we go. We're here to talk about a couple things.
Yeah.
And the first thing that comes to mind to me is Zombies Chronicles for Black Ops 3.
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
This is so highly anticipated from the Call of Duty Zombies community. So, yeah, from what you've seen, what do you think of it?
I think it honestly looks really good. I'm really excited and I want to buy it, like, for myself. It looks good.
Yes.
I mean, they remade really good maps, and I think overall it was a great idea from the get-go.
Yes, aesthetically, it is amazing. Since I've got it already, since I get DLC exclusively like a month early.
Mhm.
My initial ideas are that they are the same map, but they play relatively different.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Because of the Black Ops 3 engine and how the zombies react. They're a lot faster, guns are different. It's just, I love it. I like the new experience. Some people say they don't like it, but, I mean, if you're gonna complain about gall guns being in zombies, go play the original, man.
Exactly.
That's all I gotta say.
Exactly. So, what's your favorite map on that one?
Origins. Easily. See,
Definitely.
Moon, Kino, and Chino Numa, they're all good remakes. Even Nox. That is boring normally, but since they had the Wonder Fizz, Mystery Box been on there, but Galgum, it changes up the whole atmosphere of the map. But you still get the creepy vibe of Nox. But in my opinion, I think Origins is my favorite. And it's just because it's perfect for people who are good at zombies and like experience with the like how it works. And it's really rewarding when you're able to get your staffs, when you're able to train to get to a high round. It is fun if you're good at zombies, but really hard if you're getting into it. And that's why I like it.
Yeah. I honestly think, like, that it's hard to, like, attract more new players, if you get what I'm trying to say, you know? Because...
Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah, I think it's like that because of, people always love to, like, try harder and harder and harder with new maps. And, like, you spend $15 on a thing, you're not gonna just waste it. You're not just gonna not do it ever again. You're gonna go back to it, especially if it contains 8 maps. You're gonna go back to it, you're gonna, like, try to do so much stuff in it, and, like, you're gonna explore it and, have that experience that the people who played the originals felt, And I think that's really good. I think it's really clever, too.
But 8 maps, it's amazing. They're completely remastered, beautiful graphics, beautiful gameplay. I'm not sure if World at War ran on 60 FPS.
I don't think so.
Sure it did, but that game is like over 10 years old by now.
Oh, yeah.
If not, it's approaching 10 years old.
Still a really good game, though.
60, 1080p? Well, maybe not, because these consoles are outdated. Hashtag PC Master Race. Man, I wish I had a good PC, but besides the point, runs much like smoother, 60 FPS with high graphic fidelity, um, beautiful structures, textures, everything. It's
Wait,
all good, and you get the same like replay valuable like value, and it has longevity. 8 maps,
nice.
a lot of like shit to do. You got like Easter eggs, you got everything. I think it's fun.
Would you recommend it?
100%. Now,
Awesome.
that is me coming from like, I love Call of Duty, even though I hate the newer games.
Oh yeah.
Because Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare were trash, okay? Black Ops 3 is okay.
And they're ruining
But
Modern Warfare
Zombies,
remastered.
Black Ops 3, amazing.
Oh yeah.
Because of this, I bought it. I actually pre-ordered it. It was pretty lit because I was waiting the day it came out for it to release, and it was interesting. I think it's worth it. I recommend it if you play zombies. It's you got the perfect amount of like easy maps and hard maps and just fun maps.
Are you excited for Call of Duty World War II?
Absolutely. Now, here's the thing I am worried about. It is made by Sledgehammer Games. I do not
Yeah.
like how they balance their guns, but that's because they had their first Call of Duty they made was Advanced Warfare, so balance could have been weird in that game because you're always up in the enemy's face.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, World War II might bring good, better gun balance and better map variety.
Do you think the campaign will be worth playing?
I think the campaign will be absolutely worth playing. I think the campaign will be probably it will be a top tier campaign for Call of Duty.
I think it will also, because I heard that
Yeah.
they're remaking D-Day, then they're remaking this
Oh
one.
yeah, yeah, I heard about that too.
Yeah, they're also remaking this one war where it was like a surprise attack that the Germans did on the Americans, and the Americans won.
Oh yes, 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 yes. I heard of that
Yeah,
one too.
yeah, dude, I'm excited for that, man.
Yeah, I am excited too. It's just I think it's gonna be good. Everybody's been asking for boots on the ground. I think it's gonna be nice.
I do
The
too.
graphics look beautiful. If you haven't seen the gameplay teaser slash trailer, go ahead and watch it. I'm not sponsored by Activision. I wish I was though.
Dude, that'd
Like
be
that would be
amazing.
amazing. Get a lot of money. But if you look at the graphics, oh my god, they actually I'd say they compete with Battlefield graphics, and Battlefield has some beast graphics. Now, are they gonna like be on that level? Maybe not, but they're still pretty nice, if I do say so myself.
Yeah. Like, honestly, the last campaign that I played all the way through was Black Ops' campaign. Or, well, Ghosts. But then after that, it's just like,
Yeah,
Ghosts' campaign it was alright. I mean, the bad guy
I don't
was,
know. I feel like they just reused a lot of scenes because
yeah,
if you, it's weird because I saw this video side by side and it was comparing like the Modern Warfare campaign and the Ghost campaign, and they reused a lot of the same cinematics, just retextured them with like all the Ghost like storyline. It was like
yeah,
trippy. I don't know if you've seen that video, but it's like weird. Like they
I
reuse like
haven't.
okay, so in the beginning of the Ghost campaign, there's an earthquake.
Yeah,
I don't remember which part in MW2 there's something like that, but it's where you're like stunned and you get off the ground and you have to be carried or something.
I
They
think I remember
reused
that.
that scene in Ghost. It was kind of weird, but Ghost campaign was alright. I like the stealthy mission in the jungle. That was my favorite.
Honestly, like, Infinity Ward has been the laziest Call of Duty team.
I
Like,
agree.
I heard that they didn't even know it was their turn to make a game, so they literally just reused the Black Ops 3 engine.
Well, it's difficult, but I agree. It feels like they didn't know it was their turn because
Yeah,
when Infinite Warfare came out, it was the same as Black Ops 3. A lot
yep,
of the same like gun balance. It had the shitty Infinite Warfare or Infinity Ward engine where you would die instantly because of the hit detection and the lag compensation.
like,
And
honestly, in,
um, movement system exactly the same, except for it's worse. It doesn't feel as good. But yeah, the doesn't say enough. The game didn't even come out with leaderboards. It took them almost half a year to bring out leaderboards for a AAA title as big as Call of Duty. Like,
Dude,
bruh.
dude.
I will say they are supporting the game though. Even though they have all them supply drop weapons, you could actually earn those by just playing the game, doing challenges, or you could get them from the season pass.
That's
So
a
I do
first.
appreciate that they are trying to bring their player base up back on to get the weapons, but I think it's already too late for them to do that because the game was such a flop.
Yeah,
At
people are
first
just
I
sticking to
was
Black
like
Ops 3.
just confused why everyone was on the hate bandwagon, and honestly, after playing the game, I don't blame them. The game is trash. Maps are trash. Just boring.
I can imagine. Like,
I will say, Zombies in Spaceland is pretty fun though. For
yeah, I've
being
heard
like
that.
how weird it is, it's unique, and that's why I liked it.
Yeah,
But it still took like the Wonder Weapon idea, like buildable from Treyarch Zombies. But I mean, who doesn't like to be able to build a super powerful weapon?
for real.
Like that is like amazing in my opinion.
As long as it doesn't last 10 seconds. Jet gun.
Bruh, that is so true. Like, why would you? Jet gun is so trash. Oh god.
Rest in peace, jet gun.
hmm I mean,
We'll
and
never.
for what it fits in the story for being a prototype of the Paralyzer, that's cool. I mean, sure, Paralyzer was cool and buried. I liked the Paralyzer,
Same.
but the jet gun, nah.
Yeah, agreed.
So, um, did you play the Black Ops 2 campaign ever?
I did, actually. Yeah.
Did you like that one?
It was a pretty good campaign. There were two endings,
Yeah.
so I tried getting the good ending, but I was never really able to do it. It was just too
Oh yeah, yeah,
hard.
true, true, true.
Yeah. I've never played the Black
I
Ops
just
3
love
ending though.
how it's like interactive and there's so many like endings you get.
Yeah. Which honestly I really like, and I don't think that they knew where they were gonna go next with that, considering the Black Ops 3
Yeah.
campaign I've heard
Yeah,
is
Black Ops
completely
3
different.
campaign, there's nothing that correlates with Black Ops 2.
I'll
Only thing that maybe you could say, well, you can say, but only reason you would think it's in the same universe is because they reference the main villain from Black Ops 2, which it's
uh,
just a subtle, like, Easter egg, I guess you could even call it that, because it has no correlation or any, I can't think of the word, or like any reason or structure in the story. Black
uh,
Ops 3 campaign makes no sense. Like, I know it's supposed to be confusing with like the brain or how like their minds are all connected, but
yeah.
it's not Call of Duty, man. Just
It's
keep
not.
this futuristic stuff to like Halo or something.
Yeah. Like, but honestly, I do feel like the Treyarch is the best Call of Duty, developers.
In general, yeah.
Yeah, because, like, not only did they do the casual 3 game modes where it was multiplayer zombies and campaign, and they invented the zombies game mode, may I mind you,
Yes.
but they also did crossovers where it was like a zombie campaign, and then they also did a run mode, which,
Oh
honestly,
yeah, yeah.
that was
It
actually
just
really
has so
generous.
much more content, and it's like better and
You
they're
honestly get
just
your
better
money's
at
worth.
developing Call of Duty now. Like they don't have the best graphics, I'll say that. Sledgehammer has the best graphics
Oh, yeah.
in terms of like the art style, but with what Treyarch does with their games to make them playable, longevity, just so much better. And
Honestly,
they
Treyarch,
actually listen to the community for the most
yeah,
part.
yeah.
Now they haven't been doing that too much because like who even cares about the Activision? Don't care. Like supply drops, they're here to stay. I mean,
Yeah,
why would they get rid of them? Over hundreds of millions of dollars made from supply drops, but I mean, for the most part, they listen to the community, and I like that. I love
I
that as
do
a
too.
player
And
and a
like
consumer.
the zombies community especially, like they are really interactive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, when the developers send YouTubers the freaking like their own personal clips referencing their names or referencing their channels, that is really some
Mm-hmm.
dedication. Like,
That is
Yeah, like the Zombies director himself, he has said that he watches their videos. Like that's awesome.
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
never
I
heard
appreciate that
of
because
that.
it just gives the developer a standing on what we want and
Oh yeah.
what they can do to help us out.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, look, for God's sake, they knew we didn't like Zetsubo no Shima. So what did they do? They reduced the prices of the door by half. So that map is actually playable now.
Yeah.
And they found out that golems are a bad system in terms of having to buy them with real money to have a chance to get one. They realized that it was bad, and they never patched the glitch where you could just close app and get your gobblegums back. So, Treyarch, I salute you.
Yeah. They know what's real. They know what's real.
They do. I love that.
Yeah.
So, anything other on Call of Duty, or you want to move on?
I think we did a good amount of Call of Duty content. I think we did.
Yeah, true, true. Yeah, we got quite a few things in Call of Duty. So, moving on the list is rap. So,
Rap.
me, I love music.
Same.
I like all kinds. I mainly listen to rap and hip hop and a little bit of electronic music, but I love rap.
Same. True. True.
And for me, when I think of rap, I think of three people. I think of Logic, I think of Kendrick Lamar, and I think of J. Cole. Oh my god, so amazing.
I've heard
Eminem
at
too,
least two of
but
those.
not really lately because he hasn't dropped anything.
I have heard Logic. I've heard like a couple Logic songs. He's pretty good. He is pretty good.
He is pretty good.
I've heard
I
some
mean, like
Kendrick Lamar.
lyrically, he's a little weaker. He needs to get better at with lyrics, but in terms of like the his style, his flow, numbers, sales, everything, he could do it all. But he's just not the strongest in lyrics. Like if he could go to a Kendrick Lamar level with lyrics, then he'd be the best, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But he's not there yet.
I've heard a lot of Eminem. Like it's said that he's kind of out of the game now, but back then he was like a
Yeah,
legend,
yeah.
legendary.
Eminem. Honestly, I don't know how people could say he's not like one of the best. Like
I know, right?
he did so much. Like he has two of the best selling rap albums.
For real.
Like I don't know, I think they went diamond. Like they sold over 10 million. That well, maybe not both of them, but the Eminem show sold over 10 million. I think
Wow.
that is insane.
That is pretty insane. Like I've heard. Well, the thing is like the thing that's so good about Eminem is that he has like four personalities, right? There's
Yeah, dude,
yeah.
it's amazing.
It's like Eminem himself. He makes us think, right? He's the angry one. He makes us think.
Yes.
Then there's Slim Shady, who likes to roast people and have fun, which a lot of people love Slim
Yeah,
Shady.
crazy motherfucker.
And then there's Marshall Mathers, which is the guy who's actually kind of sad and he like makes us cry. But you know,
Yeah, yeah, true.
it's important. That's important. And then there's also Rabbit from mostly from 8 Mile, which he makes us
Yeah,
fight.
yeah.
Yeah, he man, all of them are really good. Love all of them. Good music, great music.
He has so much versatility.
Oh yeah,
He has a good flow. He knows how to rhyme words, even if they don't rhyme. He
yeah.
will make them rhyme.
Oh yeah,
That is really just unique. How he's such a engineer with the words and how he makes them work.
yeah.
Um, if you look at his like rhymes and you count them up, it's crazy how many times he rhymes in just like a couple lines, man.
For real.
It's insane.
Especially Rap God, man.
He's just amazing. Now I'm really hoping he drops an album this year.
Oh yeah.
If not, I'm hoping he drops it early next year in 2018.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Cause like his newest stuff, I mean his newest song's phenomenal. I mean it ain't. I've listened to it. It's not as good as his other work. Um,
Yeah, I mean that was for a movie though. It wasn't really supposed to be like
this is true.
album worthy. I don't think.
This is true. But he is definitely a respectable artist, and also he built from the ground up, so
Mm,
that's great.
yeah, that is so true. I'd say of all time, I'd say he's top five for rappers, but
Definitely.
that is a different like topic for another time because some people get really serious in that, and I don't
Oh
want to
yeah.
go deep into that. But like of all time, I'd definitely put Eminem top 10 at least, but top five almost definitely.
Yeah. I completely
Now
agree.
we were discussing this last night, coming up with ideas, and unfortunately, you don't have Overwatch.
I do
Ugh,
not.
you're missing out, buddy. You're missing out.
Rest in peace, amen.
I mean, at the same time, it's like I don't know. It's a pretty hard game to play because it's really competitive and uh, the community is actually really toxic, dude. It's not
I
fun
can imagine.
in terms of that.
I mean, I've played a poor man's Overwatch, which is Paladins. Um,
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh god.
I'm actually really good at that.
I was looking on the store earlier today and I saw Paladins for free and then I heard a review on it and I didn't hear it too good, but I'll probably download it because it's free, because why not? But
It's pretty much free Overwatch. Um,
yeah.
it's really good. I've played as like you can pretty much play as anything and do really good. Um, hey, bro, since you play a lot of Paladins, you wanna say anything about Paladins?
Um, you talking to a friend or is this a podcast?
Both.
Um, honestly, it's a really fun game. Most of the time, you're running into fairly good people. Occasionally, you'll get that whiny person who's complaining that the team's not good enough for anything. But it's a fairly friendly community.
So it's a good community, nice.
And they've added voice chat a couple updates ago, but you can mute that if you want. So you can have an option where there's no spoilers.
Nice. You hear that?
I've heard that a lot in Overwatch where it's like, oh my god, you get off of that character, it's not working out. But yeah, in reality, the person who's playing the quote quote horrible character is actually doing the best on the team.
For real.
They just have to find an excuse to whine while they're losing. But yeah, I'll try Paladins. But any new games coming out that you're interested in?
Not lately, but E3 is coming up, so I'm gonna be watching that. So.
Oh yeah, E3. That's right. What about Outlast?
Outlast, it's
Like,
a pretty good
played
game.
Outlast 2. How is it?
I played Outlast 2 to completion, and um, honestly, I wouldn't classify it as a horror game per se.
Really?
It's more like an action game because you get chased a lot. There are
Oh
the
yeah.
there is a couple of moments like when you're in the desert where you actually have to hide and stuff, in which that gets pretty
Yeah.
tense pretty quick. I just really wish that kept it throughout the whole thing. And then there are parts where you're at a school, you're at like a Catholic school, and you slowly start to unravel a mystery of the character you're playing as through this school. And like the school, it's really good. It is those parts are really really good. Um, and it's like it actually made me jump a couple times. I'm not gonna lie. This actually scared me a couple
Interesting.
times. Um, but it's if they did it more out of the school, then it probably would have been uh, a better game. But um, it really was kind of weird because it really just had you being chased a lot, and that was something that took away from the Outlast feel. And I've started playing the first one.
Disappointment? Would you say?
A bit, yeah. I've played Outlast 1, and like that's
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
really, really good and really scary because there's always
yeah,
tension and
yeah.
you're
yeah.
always hiding.
I've played it, but not all the way through. Cause oh god, I would not last. I would outlast. Wait, no, they would outlast me.
Yeah,
There we go. There, I think that works. People have outlasted me in Outlast.
yeah.
There we go. I think that's a good way to say it.
And then the ending for
So
Outlast 2. It's it's really a cliffhanger ending, and I mean, I kind of don't like it, but then again, it kind of kind of fits a bit. But
Leaves for the imagination.
I mean, not really. It's just kind of like an ending that kind of it's kind of what now? What was this all for? Type thing. Um,
Oh, okay.
like I don't want to. I kind of don't want to spoil it because there are people. Because I haven't uploaded it all to my channel yet. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah, true, true. But with that being said, would you say Outlast, like the original, is better?
yes, I would say that the original is better.
Okay.
I
Did you
played
play
like
the
20 minutes
Whistleblower?
of the first Outlast, and it is better. I would say.
Did you do the Outlast DLC for Outlast 1?
I have that. I have not played it yet, but it.
Alright, be prepared for some disturbing like stuff inside
Oh
of the
yeah,
Whistleblower DLC, because
I've seen Whistleblower, man.
oh god, dude, it is just horrible. I'll just say you run into some like dude that tries to turn men into females
Yeah, dude.
with the saw blade. We'll just say that.
Yeah,
Pretty disturbing. Oh
pretty
god,
disturbing. Yeah,
horrible.
I have seen that,
But it
and
does
not
add to the
looking.
scary factor, though.
Huh?
I'll say that.
The fear factor of Outlast.
Yeah, fear factor. That's the word I was looking, or term I was looking for.
For which Outlast?
The whistleblower.
Um, I haven't played it yet, but like it it looks really intense. Like I'm not gonna be looking forward to
Yeah.
the end near the end of the game where you can't run anymore. So
Oh god, yeah.
like that's gonna be some real stuff.
hmm
Yeah. Um.
So next thing that pops into my mind is, who is your favorite YouTuber?
Uh. Um. I don't really know. There's a lot of them. I would say probably Markiplier, because he tries to spread a good message, does good things, and
I like that. Yep, that's a good answer.
yeah, and he also like I've been watching him for a very long time, right?
That's
Um,
pretty good. I appreciate the answer. That is respect right there.
yeah, like and then he also has fun, so it's kind of like I kind of want to
Yeah, yeah,
aspire to
yeah, yeah.
be
He has fun with what he's doing, so
yeah, I kind
that
of
reflects and makes it better.
oh yeah, it's like I try to aspire to be kind of like that, like have fun, do good, send a good message, that type of stuff.
hmm
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Who's your favorite YouTuber?
Looking through, I, I just, I'm not sure because I'm looking through my subscriptions right now, and it is pretty tough.
Oh yeah.
But going from, I don't have one all time, but recently I've been watching this guy, Heavenly Controller, and this dude is like the funniest dude ever, man. Like this dude be talking about anime and like female. Oh my god, he's too funny. But for now, I say him. And I've also been watching a lot of Red members like Red Kiwis, Red Formula, and Red Random. They're pretty funny. Um, I like the Call of Duty community still. So I mean, I watch Call of Duty like content. I mean, I don't really watch vloggers because, to be honest, I don't find vlogs interesting. They're just clickbait, boring.
Yeah.
Just I don't see why people watch them, but they aren't horrible. But I
See,
just eh,
that's why I
not
don't.
really interested in vlogs.
Yeah, that's why I don't vlog. Like because it's like it would be the same thing every day. It's like
Yeah,
I would only vlog something interesting. So yeah, it's like if I go camping,
yeah.
I'll vlog that. But that's really it. That's what those like
So
adventures are pretty much that are on my channel. That forest trip adventure. Like I have more adventures, but that's what that pretty much is.
yeah, yeah.
Except it's photos, not video. So
So one thing that really, ugh, I'm gonna just get them. This loved him, favorite. But now, okay, I'm talking about the people who live in the FaZe house. Oh God. What can I say? What a disappointment. It feels like they do lazy videos now.
Yeah.
FaZe Rain, FaZe Adapt, FaZe Gapex, FaZe Pico, FaZe Blaze. Oh my God, FaZe Rug. That's a vomit from disgust just looking at that name. Vlogs, that's disgusting. Clickbait, disgusting. But I will say, I respect the homie FaZe Blaze for trying to make some music. Like, he be trying to make some music and it's alright. But FaZe House, FaZe guys, oh God, they need to just stop.
Yeah.
Now, the FaZe members that still play Call of Duty, they grind. I respect the grind because I know how difficult it is to play Call of Duty all day to try to get some like clips. That is difficult. Now they get some respect.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Is there anybody on YouTube for you that you can't stand?
I don't know. There's actually quite a bit. There's a lot of people who are like the people who think that they know everything about everything, right?
Oh God.
Like, kind of like what Leafy turned into, you know?
Oh
Yeah.
God, dude, he was so cool too.
He was
I
pretty
love
good.
that dude, but in a non-homosexual way.
Oh yeah.
I'm not really into that. Although people be trying to claim and try to question my sexuality because I beat them in video games, I'm not into that stuff. Nothing wrong if you are though. But Leafy, he became irrelevant. He was cool. He was interesting. He was doing something somewhat new, and then iDubbbz, Filthy, maybe not Filthy Frank, I don't know. I don't like him anyway, but H3, Rice Gum, that whole community, I can't stand them either.
Like like Leafy's old stuff. It was pretty good. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah. Same thing with iDubbbz to an extent. But honestly, like, it's all just kind of faded. So.
Yeah.
And then there's like, I mean, I think I'm still subscribed to him because like I subbed to him a long time ago. But still, rest in spaghetti, never forgetty.
Hey, I like that. That sounds like really interesting. I'm gonna start using that word or that term actually. Yeah. Leafy, you got destroyed by iDubbbz. Like, he completely killed you off. Like, there is no return for that. And I mean, like, I was still watching Leafy for a couple weeks after that because I didn't want to hop on the hate bandwagon, but as soon as he got roasted to that point, it actually started to show in his videos, and he just kind of gave up himself, so.
Yeah.
At that point, it was time to hit him up with the unsub.
Yeah. Like, I started noticing that later on. I was like, sorry, bro. Unsub, man. I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, iDubbbz, he roasted him really good.
Mm-hmm.
And
then the no chin? Like, that was even supposed to be, like, a serious point. That was just supposed to be funny. But that went trending on Twitter, dude.
Dude, that became a meme for, like, weeks after that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my.
I like how H3, was like, here, Leafy, you can borrow one of my chins. That was fire, dude.
Dude,
that
that's
just
so
kinda
fire.
pissed on him after he died.
Dude. Like, iDubbbz is funny. He's really funny.
Yeah, I say he is funny, but I don't really like. Oh yeah, I forgot Keemstar too. I just don't like that group of people.
Gosh.
Stories. Now this is gonna be interesting.
This is gonna be pretty interesting.
I'm probably not gonna tell you my first time stories because, like, I mean,
you're gonna save that
for some of them are long ago, and some of them I just don't remember because.
Oh yeah.
because of what happened, but basically, one that I really want to tell is just the story of getting high. It was just kind of retarded. Like, I don't even know why people hop on the bandwagon of getting high. Like, it's cool and all, like, it's fun, but, like, it's not like, oh, I gotta do it, but I'll go ahead and tell that story. So, basically, it was a normal night.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 8 o'clock.
Alright.
Me and my brother, he decided to, he was like, yo, man, you want to come to my friend's house with me? And I was like, hey, okay, alright, why not? And so we did. This guy is pretty cool. He's pretty chill. He plays an Xbox One. His Xbox One is like gold. It's the gold edition. That looked really cool. Pretty dope.
Cool.
He's a pretty cool guy. He's playing Battlefield 1.
Oh, I respect that.
That's what I remember. And then I remember when I came into his room, which was he was in the garage. I saw a dab rig, and if you don't know what a dab is, it's basically where you just get like, I don't know what it is. I think it's just THC, but like it's oil. It's like not oil, but it's like a wax. And there's like this little like thing you just put it on, so you could just like. Okay, let me explain the rig. What it looked like for me was it was like imagine like a juice box, but it was bigger, and it's that THC on like the front, and then it had like a straw pointing out on one side, and it had like on the top it had like a little metal piece where you could just like heat it up. So what he did, or what you're supposed to do, is you're supposed to heat up the metal piece, put your wax in there, and then as it's like melting, you take the hit. And so I did, and I took like a big ass hit, and I started coughing like a motherfucker, dude. It's crazy. And then over the whole night, I don't know what it was. Like, I don't remember too much, but I was just zoned out. I was just staring at the screen. I was like laughing too at like random stuff. It was so weird, but it was fun though. It was fun because we all just kind of chilled. We played Xbox. It's pretty interesting. Normal stuff. Do I recommend it? Probably not. Like, there's really no reason to. No reason to get high. Like, no reason to. Unless like it helps with your like, if you have like
Anxiety or something.
ADHD or like some mental disorder, it might help. But honestly, do I recommend it? Probably not. Is it fun? It's fun to try as friends, but just don't get addicted to it. And it's really hard to get addicted to it, but it is possible since it releases endorphins, and that's how you get addicted. But it was fun. Kind of stupid. Don't remember it too much, but I just remember it was a chill time.
Nice. Well, there was this one time where I was just standing out in the courtyard of my school, right?
Yeah.
These two kids, they were getting lit, right?
Yeah. Getting lit. I like that.
They were like covering themselves with a blanket, right? So the blanket, like they pulled off the blanket, and then all of a sudden, like smoke just comes right at me, bam.
Bruh.
Man.
Oh my god, dude.
It was funny. I felt funny after that, but it was funny.
Yeah, man, that's like just in the middle, like just getting lit, blaze it up, man, dude.
Dude.
I don't know if you were there. Yeah, you were there, but like in 7th grade, we were across the hall from the bathrooms because I had this class called Avid, and yeah, these people would just blaze it up across the hallway, thinking nobody would realize, but you don't know that weed, that ganja be smelling like skunk, and it be strong too. So they got caught. Don't know why they would try in the bathroom. That's like one of the most obvious places. They got caught. I don't know what their punishment was since it was like 2 years ago, and I didn't really have close contact with them. I think two of them got expelled and one got suspension. It was kind of It was dumb, let's be honest. Like, why would you even try to get high at school? But it was pretty interesting because everybody was just making jokes. The teacher was like freaking out. It was a pretty fun time.
Man, that sounds funny. That's great.
It was. It was just out of nowhere too. It was so random, but I don't get it, man.
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, man. That just sounds funny.
Yeah.
Dude,
Another story that comes into mind is when I snuck out. So I'll actually tell the first time I snuck out. This is so retarded. So this was like during the school year. Um, my friend, we had planned this for like a couple days like before. He said there was gonna be a party and he wanted me to come over because like why not? It would be pretty fun. Like just parties are fun. Like if you haven't been to a party,
oh
go
yeah,
to a party. It's
party.
pretty fun. But like
Yeah.
as soon as you see like drugs and alcohol, you gotta go because
Oh yeah.
that is like a bad sign. Trust me,
Yeah.
it is horrible. My friend told me a couple times that he had to get the hell out and run away because people have threatened to call the cops. Though once there's like drugs and alcohol, you gotta get out of there.
Yeah.
Other than that, parties are pretty fun.
Yeah.
If there is weed, I mean, nah, dude, don't mess with that.
Alright,
But
we'll go back a
anyway,
little bit. The recording
my
has
friend
stopped.
told me to go to like somewhere near like where I lived. He would just pick his big brother would pick me up and we would go. So basically, I got my backpack. I got like a pocket knife. I got a little baseball bat. It looked like a baseball bat, but it wasn't like intended to be used for baseball. And then I had got a water bottle, and I believe I brought a blanket. I don't know why I brought the blanket. I guess I was really paranoid, but yeah, I snuck out. It was pretty like cheesy, and then to find out like midway walking through, I texted my friend. He's like, "Oh man, nah, they canceled the party," and yeah, I was kind of relieved because I was nervous to go, and then so I just went back to sleep. Woke up the next day and carried on. And then I talked to my friend about that at school, and he's like, "Yo, man, it would have been lit." And then I was like, "Bruh, that sucks." So yeah, sneaking out is kind of retarded because it's sketchy too, because you don't know what people will be lurking around. That's like the main reason why I had brought like a knife and protection in general. Uh, could never trust the people outside in the middle of the night. And also it sucked too because that's curfew, and if you get caught by like any like police or anything,
Oh, okay.
you'll get like sent not to like jail, but
Game
like
over.
you'll be held there, and your parents will probably have to pick you up. So you have to be like all sly about it. So I don't know. I don't really recommend it. It's pretty sketchy. It's not really worth it, but it's an interesting little story today, I guess.
Yeah. I got a story. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. So one time I was I was like 5 or something like that. I was real small, right?
Oh yeah, 5. All right.
Yeah, I was riding my bike, right? And
Okay.
I usually ride it in front of my house, on the street, you know. Um, and then I fell over, right? And the bike was,
Oh god.
yeah, the bike was on me. I was in the middle of the street. Bike fell on me. My legs got tangled in like the bars of the bike, right?
Yeah, I think I could picture that.
Yeah, so during this, like my brother went to go get his bike, right?
Yeah.
You could probably see where this is going. And then
Mhm.
car started coming all the way from down there. I was screaming at the top of my lungs, man. Like it was scary. And then my brother comes out.
Mhm.
He throws his bike down and then he like runs toward me. He like jumps right in front of the car. Like the timing could not have been more perfect because the car was like right in front of me.
Damn.
Legit. And so he helped me up and we we got out of there. I was shook for like a week. It was crazy.
I wouldn't blame you. That's pretty scary, dude.
Yeah.
Like you're about to get ran over.
Oh yeah. It was like small too.
God.
Like, man.
I mean, something like that happened to me, but it wasn't really too bad because it was like kind of easy for the people to see me since it was like a flat street and it was kind of small. But basically, I was crossing the street. I was 10 at the time, I think. I may have been 11. It doesn't really matter. But I was riding my bike, and yeah, midway through, my my shoelace, it got caught in the chain in the
Oh
middle of the
no.
street. Oh God, it was so
Oh.
scary because I just fell over, shoelace being stuck in the chain. Lady comes up, she stops in time. I mean, it wasn't like a super close call, but oh, it was scary. And then, yeah, that whole day I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was just scared. I I basically just like told myself that I was lucky, and I don't know what would have really happened. It was pretty scary, but ever since that day,
Man.
if I ever want to ride a bike, I put my shoelaces inside of my shoe
Oh, for
so
real.
that doesn't happen. Cause I'm always paranoid. Because if something happens to me, or I hear something happen, like scary or sketchy, I get paranoid. Like I get super paranoid.
I know how you feel, man.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So like, I don't know how long this has been going for, but
About 50 minutes.
I think we should end it off with like a bang.
Alright?
And I have one more story. Hopefully, people have stuck around for this
Hopefully.
because this is oh,
A couple
if this
people
has ever
stick
happened,
around.
oh, you gotta cry because you gotta relive my pain.
Oh no.
Me, I'm gonna relive my pain just telling it. But this is the story of how I got cock blocked.
So
I
we're starting it
cried,
out with a
but basically,
we're
this is
finishing it with
actually
a bang
recent too.
with you not getting banged.
This
So.
was like earlier this year. I think this was actually Easter weekend. Yeah, it was Easter weekend because my parents were supposed to go out to camp. I said I was. They were gonna go camping and I didn't really want to go. So they went Thursday, and me and my brother were home on Thursday, and then we were talking about, hey, let's throw a party. And then so on Friday, we had invited a couple people over. And so he invited one of his friends, and his sister decided to come along. I don't remember if she was like, I think she said she was a sophomore. So that was pretty cool. You could probably see where this is going.
Yeah.
We just kind of chilled. He invited a couple more people over. And altogether, I think it was like 5 people. Yeah, I want to say 5 people. We just kind of took a hit from a blunt. Well, not blunt, because big fat blunt. It was more from we just decided to smoke. Let's just say that. And yeah, I started talking to this girl. It's pretty cool. She seemed like a pretty cool person. And then, yeah, I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but I said, hey, yo, let's go talk together in like private or something. So like, yeah, I go to my room, and we just start talking. Not really like anything is happening too crazy, and then just something comes up, and yeah, let's just say, I was like, whoa, I want to, but I'm not really for the risk. How about you come over tomorrow? And so he's like, okay. And so we just kind of like do our thing. We just finished talking, and then she goes home. And then the next day, tomorrow, my mom ends up coming home early. Thank God she came home early instead of like during like later. That would have sucked, like getting caught. But besides the point, she came home early. I had to tell her that it had to be canceled tomorrow.
Oh no.
But it was a good thing because they were gonna come home later that day anyway because I think it started raining where they were gonna camp.
Oh my
My
god.
mom's getting sick, so yeah, stuff was gonna happen.
Wow.
I just
Oh.
it didn't happen though. It
Man.
wasn't meant to happen, I guess.
Man.
But you know, I mean, it was still pretty cool. She was a cool person to talk to. I still talk to her.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, we're friends. We kind of just like laugh at what happened. But
Oh.
yeah, pretty much that's my story.
Man, that
Kind of
sucks.
awkward. It sucked.
That
But
sucks so much.
good thing I could resist myself because I did not want to take no chances. So if you know what that means, then I'm sure you probably can, depending like if you're our age, which is 15. Even you probably figure out when you're like 13
Oh yeah.
plus. So like it's just not too hard to figure out what risk means
Had to go up
in
to
terms of
Walgreens
that.
first.
Yeah, pretty scary stuff. Depending on what would have happened if it actually happened.
Man.
Kind of glad it didn't happen, but to be honest, it would have been pretty cool
Yeah.
to get like. Okay, I won't go into too much detail, but some stuff happened, but it wasn't like too crazy. I'll just say that. But yeah, that's my story.
Man. I said it once, I'll say it again. Rest in spaghetti, never forgetty.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Just, SpaghettiOs. But yeah, it was interesting though. It was pretty funny, but
oh yeah.
I don't know how I would have reacted if it actually happened, or if I don't know if I would have been too nervous. But being honest, I was kind of freaking out that night too, because I was just over the whole night. I was thinking about like what was gonna happen tomorrow. So yeah, it was kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, I kind of learned. I think now that I'm gonna be like learning to drive, it would be much better since I wouldn't have to worry about my parents like coming home early. But
oh yeah, you could just
besides the
skip
point,
in the car.
That was my story. But then again, I kind of deserve that because I've cock blocked my friend many times.
There you go. Well,
Cock blocked my friend. He's been pretty sad about that. But and then
I could imagine.
Pretty funny. Karma. It happened for the best. Like everything happens for a reason. I want to say. Pretty cool, interesting story.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, I got a question before we go.
Yeah, good idea.
So, you plan on doing YouTube again?
Good question. See, here's the thing. I don't. Okay, so like, I don't know. Okay, I'll just like try to say this as best as possible. So before I had my okay, so I had my channel. I uploaded like bad videos, so I kind of quit. And then I went on to a new channel because I had like good equipment, or not good, but like relatively good equipment. And I was passionate towards it. I think in the end, I got to around 400 subs. I might have lied and said I was at 1,000. I'm sure I did just to make someone jealous, but but in the end, I got 400. It was pretty cool, but I was an idiot and used copyright music and got struck down. It was all right though. It was a learning experience. And then I went to do other like my other channel, and I didn't want to put in the hard work, and it showed off because I didn't really get anywhere with it. Which it goes to show that if you put in your hard work to put in thumbnails, edit, and just like try, you'll get far. But me, I don't know. I kind of gave up at that point. But once I find the motivation and I get a lot of ideas, and I probably will, but I want to keep my hopes up.
Right.
Or your hopes up.
I'm still gonna link your channel
But I've
below.
been considering it because it's pretty interesting.
Right.
Yeah. Does that answer it?
Yeah, answers are pretty good.
Alright. It's a little in-depth answer, but I think that's the best way to do things. Just go in depth on like the answers. But yeah, I think this will conclude. Is this episode 4 or episode 5?
4.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, you want to close it out, or do you want me to close it out?
I guess it really doesn't matter. I mean,
Alright, I'll go for it.
I
So
always
basically,
so.
this is the ARK podcast, episode 4. And yeah, this is my homie. I'm Jacon Bacon, Jacob the motherfucking G. Yeah, just remember to stay bright, brush your teeth, don't do drugs, even though I told a story about that. I don't recommend it. Be a good kid. Keep your grades up. Try hard in school. Even though school is a broken system, just keep grinding out that school. Keep up with the grades, and peace out, guys.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed. I am really weird, so hope that helps to entertain you and helps to seem hashtag relatable. But yeah, anyway, peace out, guys.
Later. Peace.